Yo, what is going on, Galaxy? It's Main Star. Just started to come back with another video. Today, we actually have some new Blue Eyes cards. Yeah. I know I'm like really tardy to the party for this one, but I still want to go over it because the reason I was tardy is because I've been just testing. I've honestly just been looking into what these cards do, their applications, and which ones you should run. So let's just head right into it. We'll start with the spells first. Actually, wait, we'll go with the monsters first. So we have Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. Um, so its effect states, you can only use the first and third effect of this card's name, each once per turn. You must have Blue Eyes White Dragon on your field or in your graveyard to activate its effect. So it's like Abyss Dragon, which is not hard in this deck to get, believe it or not. So first effect, if a card on the field, card or cards on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, you special summon this card from your graveyard if it was there when they were destroyed, or hand, even if not. So, great thing is it's a follow-up. It just gets onto the field whenever something's destroyed, whether you destroy something or your opponent destroys something. So you just get a Blue Eyes on board. Very, very, very good. Next up, other cards you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. That's insane. That is actually insane. So it's protection the whole over all of your monsters. It doesn't just not even monsters, just cards. So it's like I'm still gonna say a True Light's a bad card, but you can protect True Light with this card, which is like mind-boggling. So it protects everything except for itself, in which is fine because it forces them to use a piece of removal on this guy first, and not your like negates or anything. So very nice. And then the last one, at the start of the damage step, if this card battles, you can target one card your opponent controls, bounce it to the hand. It's spot removal for battling. You can swing into somebody. Yeah, say you're playing against an invoked player, swing into their Macabre, bounce back magical meltdown. Actually, I don't even know if that's a good thing, but you get my point. You just get to bounce anything. You can clear. It's a board clear. It's a 3K beater that bounces and protects everything else on the field. Very good card. That being said, it's a one of. You don't want to run more than one Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. It summons itself from hand and graveyard, so even when it's destroyed, you just bring it back the next turn. Whether you destroy something your opponent does, it just comes back and makes people think twice about destroying something on your field. So overall, really good card. It's good discard fodder. Level 8. It is a melody search target if you wanted to, but I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah. Overall, really good card. One of in the deck. It's searchable in so many ways. Next up, we have the Tyrant of D. This card made a big splash in conversations when it dropped for people. So its effect is you can only use the first and second names of this card each once per turn. Um, First effect, you can send one Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand or deck to the graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. It's a Magician's Souls, but for Blue Eyes. Unfortunately, it's not exactly as good as Magician Souls. That's the rough part. So next up, at second effect, you can discard one Blue Eyes White Dragon or one card that's specifically listed in its text, which is a lot of cards. Then target one Blue Eyes monster in your graveyard and special summon it. So, you can literally just ditch any. So you special it by sending a Blue Eyes from deck to grave, and then you discard any Blue Eyes card and summon the Blue Eyes from graveyard. It also, since it also says Blue Eyes monster, you can summon like Jet Dragon from graveyard. Like you can summon Jet Dragon, which is actually kind of crazy. And the last thing, if you control a Blue Eyes monster, you choose the attack targets for your opponent's attacks. This doesn't seem like a great effect, but it's actually really relevant for the fact that this card just sits on the board. You don't do much with it. Like, it's a spellcaster, right? Okay, cool. But it's not a dragon, so you can't make chromatic seals. It's level 4, so you're not going to be, like, sinking. It's not a tuner, so you're definitely not sinking. It is a dark for Chaos Dragon Levianeer, which is cool. That being said, I still would run this card at 3. It gets a body on the board in which Blue Eyes struggles with. And it gets two bodies on the board, really. So, overall, I do like Tyrant of D at 3 at the moment. Next up, let's go to the spells. Next up is actually the most interesting card, in which I don't know what I'm gonna do with this card. It's either I'm gonna run. I don't know if I'm gonna run it or not. So it's called Apparition with the Eyes of Blue. Very cool card. Okay. So its effect states you can only activate one card with this card's name once per turn. Uh, when you activate this card, you can also reveal one Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand, and if you do, special summon any monster from your hand. That's bonkers. You reveal a Blue Eyes to special anything from your hand. You can summon a tuner off of that. You can summon Blue Eyes itself off of it. Very, very interesting. So it's good when you have a Blue Eyes in card because it just specials Blue Eyes. Very, very good card. Its second effect, once per turn, you can target one face-up monster you control, return the face-up card to the hand, and then you can apply one of these effects based on the original name. Blue Eyes, if you bounce a Blue Eyes or Dragon from your field to your hand, special summon any monster from your hand. If you bounce a non-Blue Eyes White Dragon, special summon one Blue Eyes monster from your hand. So it tags out, which honestly isn't that great still because so you would run this if you are running the Chaos Max variant. I would say you're probably gonna run this because it can summon Abyss Dragon, and when and since you get Abyss Dragon on board, then you get Chaos Base or not Chaos Base, whatever the ritual spell is. I don't like ritual Blue Eyes, but yeah. So you get that to hand, which is really fucking good. And it just gets advantage. But in pure Blue Eyes non Chaos Max, I don't think this card should be ran very much. It can get you a summon, but it's just another card in your hand that could be a combo or a search piece. But this card kind of just, it gets you a Blue Eyes on board if you already have Blue Eyes, which obviously you do search it a lot. But then you're using this card and it's like saying, okay, special summon one Blue Eyes. That's not bad. So I'm still on the fence. I'm gonna have to test out, see if there's something I like with this, compare with some of my friends. I think I'm running 2 of these at the moment in test, just in test, because it is searchable off of Bingo, which is really, really good. Let's search that. Last but not least, for the main deck cards, I would say the best card released for Blue Eyes. The best card, out of this batch. This card's nuts. So it's a quick play fusion spell. You can only activate one card with this card's name once per turn. Who cares? You're only doing it once anyways. During your main phase, or during the main phase, not your main phase, the main phase. Fusion summon one fusion monster that lists Blue Eyes White Dragon or Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon as materials by shuffling fusion materials listed on it from your hand, field, or graveyard into the deck, including at least one Blue Eyes White Dragon or one Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Then you can destroy face-up cards your opponent controls up to the number of Blue Eyes White Dragon and Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon materials from the field. So if you have 2 Blue Eyes on board, say you have an alternate and then regular Blue Eyes, you Ultimate Fusion into one of your fusions, which we'll go over the best one in a second that just got released, and then you get to pop 2 cards. That's nuts. It's a quick play fusion into popping. And actually, something I just realized that does make it a little bit worse than I was thinking. But so it says from the field. So the Blue Eyes has to be on the field, but like odds are you're gonna have a Blue Eyes on field because alternative, his name is Blue Eyes White Dragon when he is on the field. So a lot of applications with that card. So it's like a free non-targeting pop that you get. Or if you establish 2 Blue Eyes on board and you feel like Ultimate Fusion's double pop is going to be more beneficial than like, a single negate of Hope Harbinger, you Ultimate Fusion. Still really, really, really good. And last but not least of the new cards that were revealed, we have Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon. Very, very sick card, actually. I really do like him. So it's materials. Blue Eyes White Dragon, plus 1 dragon monster. 1 dragon monster. I'll let that sink in. Any dragon. It doesn't matter. Just 1 dragon. Absolutely nuts. So Blue Eyes White Dragon, it's easy to get. Alternative in hand, graveyard, and then the 3 Blue Eyes that you run. That's 5 Blue Eyes White Dragons that are searchable, dumpable, special summonable, everything. It's really easy to get this on board. So, and it says must be either fusion summoned or special summoned from your deck, from your extra deck by attributing 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon equipped with a fusion monster. So that's like, I think it's called the Claw of Hermos or something like that. Maybe not. Okay. I think it's here. Is it this card? Yeah, this one. So, uh, if this card is special summon, target one face-up monster on the field, equip it to this card. Or, this card to it. So, like, this is the card it's thinking of, I'm pretty sure. Maybe there's another one, but over... Oh, no, there's like a Red Eyes, I think. Red Eye... This one. This is the guy. Yeah, this is it. Red Eyes Black Dragon Sword. They want you to use this card, and then put it onto a Blue Eyes, but you'll never do it. I promise you this, you will never do it. There will never be a list where that happens. As far as I could think of. I've been doing a lot of labbing. Anyways, yeah. So you're just going to fusion summon it with Ultimate Fusion. It's like I said, it's really easy to do. And it has three effects. First off, it's unaffected by traps, which is very cool. That's very useful, honestly. Unaffected by traps completely. So you can actually run Trap Blue Eyes now, and I know. I said in my video that Trap Blue Eyes sucks. Control Blue Eyes is bad. However, there is a variant now, and I will be making a deck list going over what I personally believe Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon's Trap Control deck list should look like. Its second effect. This card can attack all monsters your opponent controls each. Not special summon, just all of them. It's a 3,500 beater. That's really strong. And here's its once per turn effect. Once per turn, if this card is battles, at the end of the damage step, you target one trap in your graveyard, set it to your spell and trap zone. That's any trap. That doesn't say counter trap. That doesn't say continuous. Any trap. It just says trap card. Not one normal trap. You can do anything. You can say you lost your Imperial Order. Well, Imperial Order is now recyclable. That's pretty cool, right? Solemns, all of them. Oh, that's cool. Get to summon them now. Or reset those. What about Imperm? When you Imperm your opponent. Oh, you get to set Imperm now. Just recycling it. How about Torrential Tribute? Where the card is unaffected by traps, and so you just get to, battle, and then you set Torrential. Then they summon anything, you flip Torrential. You go to battle, you attack into them directly. Set Torrential. Flip Torrential next turn. You loop Torrentials, which is so cool. But yeah, that's like the main use is getting all of the traps. Overall, if I had to rank these cards, I'm gonna put them into the side deck from worst to best. Okay, personally, the worst card to me is Apparition. It's a niche. I will test out the ritual variant, see how useful it is in the rituals. But overall, it's pretty niche, not the greatest. Next up, we actually have the Tyrant of D. I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this one, but I think the Tyrant of D is not as good as Jet Dragon for the simple fact that Jet Dragon has protection and it reoccurs itself really easily, and it's still a level 8 light dragon 3,000 attack meter with Blue Eyes in its name. While Tyrant of D is just a spellcaster it's really weak, 4 stars, and it's dark. It just doesn't sync. It doesn't sync well with the deck. If they made this thing if they made him like a tuner, if they made this guy a tuner, he'd be the best card released, no doubt in my mind. Then you have Hulk. He is a 1-card Hulk, which is probably why they didn't do it. But it is what it is. The card is really cool, but overall, it doesn't do the most. Next up is Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. Blue Eyes Jet Dragon is it's amazing. You should always have a Blue Eyes engrave unless you're shuffling it back now with Ultimate Fusion. But it protects everything on the field. It reoccurs itself easily. It's super easy to get on board. It's not even close. It's super free to get on. And it bounces. So it's spot removal with attacks. So you can clear 2 cards with 1 swing. Pretty damn good. Definitely worth running at 1. And next best card is actually going to be Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon. Tyrant Dragon's really cool. It's the only reason it's below Ultimate Fusion is because you kind of need Ultimate Fusion can summon more than just this guy, but the only way you're summoning this guy is with Ultimate Fusion. So he's kind of a bit below. He's unaffected by traps, which is cool, but like he's not like a negate or anything. He is more. This is a board clear plus recycling traps. That's about it. He doesn't do much past that, but that's okay. He's still really strong. 3,400 attack as a dragon, light dragon, really good. And the reason that oh, and also this is a one up in the extra deck because it's a blue eyes card. So therefore, White Stone of Ancients can just get him back from grave and put him back into the extra deck. That's super good. Actually, let me see his level. I actually don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you need to get goofy, you can use this guy to Xyz, to synchro. He's a level 8. So he synergizes really well with the deck. And obviously the last card, the best card to me, is Ultimate Fusion, if I can put it into the extra or the side. So the reason Ultimate Fusion is the best to me is it's a quick play. It is spot removal that actually it's non-targeting, and it gets out big monsters like Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon. If you have it even gets out Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. It even gets this guy out, which is crazy to me. It gets both these out, either one. Which obviously you're gonna summon the Neo, because it's just better. It's regular but with an effect, even though this artwork is sick as fuck. But yeah, you could summon this thing and say you have 2 blue eyes on board and 1 in hand or graveyard. You get 2 pops, and this big ass Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon on the board. Very, 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 very cool. Yeah, and this thing can help push for game. At the end of damage step, if this is the only face-up card you control, and this fusion summon card's attacks, you can send 1 Blue Eyes fusion from your extra deck to the grave, and then you can sack again. So you can OTK with this guy really well if you use the rest of your board to go in. So like, you can ultimate fusion, and it just yeah, it just pops on not targeting. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for the video. I appreciate everybody for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe down below, and let me know how you feel about these new cards. Personally, I'm ecstatic. I think they're going to be really useful. And I will come out with a deck profile that I actually already have made, which I might just go record now. But yeah, guys, I appreciate everything. Just have a great day.